Hey everyone, welcome to What's on My Bookshelf. For today's video, I have decided to make a reading update. The last video of mine was the 5 retellings that I think are worth reading. So when I was searching for books to read, I stumbled upon 2 good books. One is The Girl in the Red by Christina Henry, which is a retelling of The Little Red Riding Hood. And it's a retelling that I have been searching for a very long time because I've been always wanting to read a retelling of The Little Red Riding Hood. And when I stumbled upon a good one, I really wanted to read it. And the other one is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, which is a reimagining of the Arabian Nights. In fact, I am in between these 2 books currently. I am pretty impressed with The Girl in the Red because it kind of reminds me of that movie War of the World starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. I think there are so many similarities between the same. Like both the characters from War of the World, the father and the kids, they are traveling towards their grandmother's house. In this book also, Red, the character, the main protagonist is called Red. She is traveling towards her grandmother's house as well. They are both under attack. In the movie it is a alien attack. In the book it is a disease has wiped out half the population. So she's trying to escape military quarantine. So she's going towards her grandmother's house. She was supposed to go with her parents and her brother. Story is slowly unraveling what happened to them. We are not really sure what has happened yet, but the book follows her journey where she's going towards her grandmother's house. The Wrath and the Dawn, I have to say I'm only okay with that book because the characters, the protagonists, both the male and female, they are 16 and 18 years of age, and I just can't seem to connect with these characters because of that. Like, I can't see them speaking the way they do because of their age. So I'm not really connecting as such. These characters, they seem to be mature and immature at the same time to me. Also, the author has not specified the time period. At least in the 60-70 pages that I have read, I have not understood or grasped the time period as such. So it doesn't come across as authentic as such to me. Because of that, I am not able to escape into a fantasy land as such. Thankfully, the storytelling and the writing itself makes up for it. So I'm able to enjoy the book so far, and I'm looking forward to continue reading it. Some of the other books that are in my TBR include The Darkness Falls by Robert Brinsa. He's one of my favorite authors. I have read his Girl in the Ice series. I think it is Detective Erica Forrester series. I'm not sure of the name. But he mostly writes crime fiction thriller books, and I have liked his other 2 books so far. Darkness Falls, I don't think it's part of the series. I had requested it in NetGalley, and it's supposed to release in December. So I have been wanting to read it for quite some time, and I'm quite behind in it, but I'm hoping to post a review by the beginning of December. I'm also in between 2 other books actually. The Book of M by Pink Shepherd and Inner Holidays by Christina Lauren. Both of these books I started in August actually for a readathon. I was following some prompts, and but unfortunately I ended up in a reading slump and I was not able to complete these books in August. So also, both the books are really good. Inner Holidays has the Christmas spirit to it, and the Book of M, it's a post-apocalyptic setting again. But I was getting a little bored and a little depressed reading it, so I was like, no, I have to take a break from reading this. But I didn't get the chance to pick it back up again because I started reading other books for September. Though I just read 4 books really, but I just wasn't feeling up to reading it again. So I'm really hoping to finish these 2 books as well. So probably these 5 books are on my TBR for this month. There is still 2 weeks left, and I'm hoping to really finish it, though I don't know how I'm going to do it. Another thing that I wanted to give an update on is the number of books I decided to read this year. My Goodreads challenge for this year was 52 books. That is 1 book every week. It sounded pretty easy and doable to me, but I'm actually 26-27 books behind schedule. I have no idea how I'm going to complete this with just 2 more months left to this year, and I just don't see myself completing this challenge at all. Another thing that I'm hoping to read in the coming months, especially towards the end of November, are some cozy Christmas reads. Though I have no idea where to start, I really wish to read and get into that Christmas spirit. Though of course I will be reading The Winter of the Witch from the Winter Night trilogy. I'm yet to finish the 3rd part. The thing is, I started the first one in 2019, I think. The Bear and the Nightingale, I read it in 2019. I finished The Girl in the Tower in 2020, and I just thought it's the perfect read for 2021 December. So I'll be reading The Winter of the Witch and completing the trilogy this year for December. So I know I'll be reading that, but I'm still in search of some other good cozy reads for December. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm really looking forward to it. Do give it in the comments below. Overall, I see myself reading around 10 more books this year. That's it. I cannot see myself completing the Goodreads challenge of 52 books. If I am lucky, I may end up getting to read 40 books for this year. I just can't see myself going beyond that number because I'm pretty active on Bookstagram. I try to keep my blog updated every now and then. I participate in blog talks every time I get the time to do so. And of course, I have 2 kids to look after who are always constantly demanding the attention, and I always take out the time to record the videos and take out the time to take the pictures. So really everything else is something that I take the time out to do, but taking care of the kids will always come as a priority. So I just don't see how I'll get the time to read extra beyond what I do, because sometimes I feel like that's all what I do. I'm doing the filming, I'm taking the photos for posting on Bookstagram, and most of the blog posts that I post are mostly book spotlight because I want to keep my blog updated as much as I can. It's not really a book review that I take part in, because honestly I don't get the time to read as much as I want to. So I feel kind of guilty that I'm doing everything else except reading, and sometimes I just feel like getting off social media altogether and just concentrate on reading first, because that's what this is all about after all. I mean, how do you guys manage to do everything? How do you guys manage to stay active on all these 3 platforms? I would really love to know. And I'm just happy to be able to do what I want to do. That's all. Basically, at the end of the day, that's all what matters. And I hope to take the time out to read also. So yeah, these are the 4 books that I'm currently in between of, and I'll update you guys again later on. Probably by the end of the month, there will be a October wrap-up video. So we'll get to know how many books I've completed. So yeah, till I see you in another video, stay safe and take care. Bye.